Hi friends. So in the previous video, we've talked about like how do we deal with difficult people, but we haven't talked about how do you deal with if someone's difficult that's close to you. Let's say it's a partner or a spouse or a wife or someone like that. How do we deal with our partner or our spouse is one that's difficult or negative? How do we deal with someone that if our loved ones is negative? Like if mainly a spouse, a wife or husband or your partner, how do we deal with them when they're a negative person? I think the first thing that we should do is change the way you see them. You know, you can't say this is my negative partner or my negative spouse. Change the way you see them, because when you see it, when you tell yourself this is my negative partner, then you're going to have like negative emotions about them. So change the way that what you talk about them. Say, this is my loving partner. This is my supporting partner. This is my kind partner. Speak about them in a positive way. That's the first thing you should do, is change the way that you speak about them. Speak about them in a positive way. And I'm sure they have great qualities because that's why you're in a relationship with them, right? So focus on the good qualities and speak to them in a more positive way. The second thing is you can show them love. If you show them love, hopefully that will encourage them to treat you the way you're treating them, with love, with respect, with patience, and hopefully they'll be able to reciprocate what you're showing them. Also, if we look at Romans 12 verses 21, it says, be not overcome of evil, but overcome evil with good. So just because someone's mistreating you or being negative, whatever, that doesn't mean you behave in the same way. You have to overcome it with good. Okay? So it's Romans 12 verses 21. Okay, let's see where it is. Okay, it's right there. So you overcome evil with good. I'm not saying they're evil. I'm just saying if someone's being negative, you don't treat bad behavior with more bad behavior. You treat it with good behavior, you know. And at the end of the day, all of this is for you. It's not about the other person. And another thing I would do is to actually listen to them. Listen to them, because a lot of times people are negative or anything like that because they feel like they're not being heard. So repeat back what they're saying to acknowledge them and to make them feel like, oh, she heard me or he heard me. So make them feel like you hear them. You know, you don't have to agree, but you're hearing their perspective and what they're saying. So make them feel heard. A lot of times they don't feel heard. So try to actively listen to them and what they're saying and what they're trying to express to you. Another thing is, I think it's also important for us to understand their personality. You know, if you know your partner, if there's someone that's just always negative or they're pessimistic or that's just who they are as a person, you know, maybe their background, their experience, whatever they're exposed to, maybe that's just how everyone was in their household. I don't know. Whatever it is, you know their personality. You know their goods, their bad, or whatever situation it is. So if you know that's how they are as a person, then why are you taking it personally? You should not take it personally. If they want to behave like that and get themselves worked up, let them do it on their own. Don't let it affect you or mess up your day. And another thing, the fifth one I would say, is to pick and choose your battle. You know, if it's something small and it's just bickering, let it go. But if it's something that requires your attention, then of course bring it to their attention. But I would definitely pick and choose my battle with the negative person because I don't want every day to be like nitpicking. I don't want every day to be bickering. So just pick and choose your battle, just the ones that are important to you. This is for you also. And the sixth one I would say, oh, also, if we look at the pick and choose battle, if we look at Proverbs 15 verses 1, see if I can find that. So pick and choose your battle and speak to them in a gentle way. See if I can find that. Okay, it says, a soft answer turns away wrath, but a grievous words stir up anger. So when you speak to them in a soft way, it makes it more gentle. You speak to them in a softer, gentle tone and kind of understanding, they should be able to speak to you in the same way. And then when you get more aggressive and more angry, it's gonna stir them up and make them more angry. So just try to speak to them in a softer tone. And And when you are having that conversation with them, make sure it's the right timing. Make sure they ate, they're rested. It's not when they're in the middle of work. It's not when they just got off work. It's not when they're stressed. It's not when. Just make sure that they're settled and ready to have that conversation when you're ready to have it. And next thing I would say also is to just kind of explain to them how it's making you feel and how it's affecting you. Like you make me feel like this when you do that. So you have to be able to express yourself and tell them how it makes you feel. And lastly, what I would do, number 7, is ask God to come into their heart and hopefully change their heart to whatever God's will is, and to help them see their way. Help them open their eyes and see their ways. It's not your job to control them. The only person you can control is yourself. You can't change somebody, especially someone who doesn't want to be changed. It's not up to you. It's up to them to change when they are ready to change. But it's just important for you not to take it personally and not to give your power away. Don't let anyone be in control of your emotions and change your emotions. If they're upset, they have power to make you upset. If they want to be upset, let them be upset. That's fine. They'll cool off in a couple of days or whatever works for them. Don't let it affect you, Yeah, those are the 7 things that I would do if I was dealing with a difficult partner. All right. Bye, guys. Thank you.